It's not about who can pay the most. It's who can really do this deal and what does it look like. This is not going to be simple. In addition to splitting off from ByteDance, the parent company that operates a TikTok-like service in China, and then TikTok itself in the rest of the world, you have bidders that may only be interested in part of what TikTok has to offer in the rest of the world. It's a complicated situation. And then nobody knows exactly what the Trump administration wants in a deal or who can do it.
And so I think that's really interesting that it will be complicated and not many people can pull it off. And so let's talk names if you have it. I mean, can Twitter pull this off? And if not Twitter, then whom? Microsoft?
So,
who might
sure.
you think?
So, I mean, Microsoft and Twitter are two interesting and logical names in the sense of the other names that come to mind, Google, Facebook, probably couldn't do it for antitrust reasons. I think we can probably rule them out, although it's 2020. I don't rule anything out. But, you know, Microsoft and Twitter have the chops, the potential interest, and potentially not the same antitrust concerns as the other names. Microsoft, a bit more of a global player, understands China better. In that sense, might make more sense. Twitter, though, in a closer field. I mean, Twitter and TikTok would seem to go well together, although, you know, Twitter bought Vine and it didn't go very well. So
also, Twitter does Twitter have the finances to support that type of deal, or would it certainly need some assistance?
You know, it might well need help. I mean, certainly there are a lot of investors, including investors in TikTok, I should mention, that would probably like to be part of this deal, certainly want to see some deal being done. So I think there's money out there, but there's a lot of challenges. Both where that money comes from is going to come under scrutiny, what say those investors have versus the lead tech company. Again, this shaping up to be a very complicated deal that apparently needs to get done in a very short order.
Yeah. And so it's interesting that Microsoft has seemed rather shielded from the antitrust scrutiny in Washington. Is now a good time for Microsoft to potentially be looking at TikTok? It seems that it would then open itself up to that sort of scrutiny if this deal were to go through.
I mean, certainly that would be something, if I were on Microsoft's board, I'd be weighing, like, do we really want to do this? We just saw all of our rivals testifying before Congress. We weren't part of this. You know, Microsoft's business continues to be very strong, if not the behemoth it was when it found itself under antitrust scrutiny. Certainly, I wouldn't want to do anything that was going to lend itself to that. But maybe they get assurances that, look, doing this deal won't put you under fresh scrutiny. You know, they are coming to the government's aid to some extent. I mean, I don't think the government really wants to see TikTok's users and TikTok, the service, go away. They would just like China's hands off of it, I think.
Yeah,
who knows, again.